Action.
So, on the side here is the pressure equalization port. So this is used, so you can see on the inside here where it comes through. So this is used for when you might open the door, warm air gets in, you close the door, and as most people who have used -80s will be aware, once the warm air is inside, it cools and creates a vacuum, which on a lot of freezers can then prevent you from opening the door for several minutes after you've first been into it. So what they use here is a really neat little system of the pressure equalization port. Now this port here, it can come out if we need to, and we can see here, so when it's in place like that, air comes in around the back of the pressure equalization port here. Let me show you on the back here again. So the air comes in the back here, through these holes, through the rubber valve, and then into the freezer chamber itself to break the vacuum. This can also be used as a validation port, so if you've got to put a lot of probes into the system doing temperature mapping, temperature checking, instead of putting them through the door, you can put your temporary probes through here for doing that checking. And just on that, there is other ports inside, so if you do want to get inside for doing temperature validation, if we look up here, I'll just lift this up here. So up the back here, we've got two areas. We've got one on this is where the main temperature probe comes in here. So when the freezer is new, if we can get to it before it's all frozen up, we can put our cabling up through this hole with the temperature sensor, and then it comes into we can put it into the same block as the freezer temperature sensor. If down the track you still want to put a data logger or something in, and it's full of ice, it's got a nice little option here, which is a stainless steel pipe. This runs down to the machine deck. It's actually sealed on the top, but from underneath the machine deck you can run your probe right up into this tube and have it sitting in the top of this tube here, and it will never get iced in place, so it's easy to recover or to put another probe into the system. So again, a lot of little things that the manufacturers have just thought about on this. They're going to making a really great freezer. It's had a lot of thought into it and a lot of history and background of the issues that you can have with -80s over the years that they've overcome with this freezer.